It's crazy because those videos I made are 5 years old and it's still generating, subscribers at that. It's fucking insane. It's crazy because those videos Oh are shit. Made 5 years old and it's still generating, subscribers at that. We're live. Fucking insane.
Oh. Hey.
It's crazy because those videos are made. There's a crazy lag. Generating, subscribers at that. We're live.
So it's delayed.
It's wildly delayed. So the best thing we can do is not watch it.
So I got to tell my wife to go to the room and listen to it, right?
Or put headphones on. It's wildly delayed.
So if I'm talking, the best thing you're not going to hear it right away on the video. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It's at least a 3 to 4.
You have it set on you ever set on like private, I guess, so it's not nobody sees it yet until you review it.
No, it's live.
Oh,
it's live.
Well, people are just watching this, have a conversation. Huh?
Ain't nobody watching this. Yeah, I mean, like in the beginning, especially like on this shit, like ain't nobody watching that. And if they are, hi, hello.
Yeah, but how do you go on
There's
the live?
no.
Oh, you got to go to podcasts or something. I don't know. I've never done this.
Me neither. I've never went live on YouTube. So let's see.
I almost
good battle. So if you go to VFR author, because that's where I'm at now, I could see it. It's live, but
sweat.
I can't.
I see it. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
You got it?
I don't know if you can see it.
Hello. I'm trying to see mine. How'd you get it?
I don't know. I exit out and it was right there. I couldn't even tell you.
Is it podcast? Videos? Home? Oh, you know what? Subscriptions.
Yeah, dude, that's very heavy delayed. Right now, I'm showing you the video in this video. I'm showing you my phone now. You see how I'm showing your phone? You see it here, though.
Yeah.
You're asking me how I got it. That's wild.
Well, we got 2 viewers. Woo! Oh, that's us. My bad.
That was great. That was great.
That's classic, dude.
So we have to obviously just be, really careful because I heard YouTube does strikes all the time on live feeds if you say the wrong thing or you got to spell things out. This is awesome.
Well,
all right, so it works. You don't want to go live, right?
If that's the case, then Twitch it is because we're gonna get kicked out in the first 10 minutes. That'd be fucking great.
The way we were talking yesterday. Oh yeah,
that would be great. The way we were talking yesterday.
The grand opening, grand closing.
Listen, it's funny because I was telling my wife about it, and I said, "Man, we got on a very heavy subject. You know, if any of the people that we study."
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, she's giving me the warning. You know, I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, what if my stepmother gets word of this? You know what I mean? Like, I would have to hear it. You know what I'm saying? She'll send me like.
Well, the good thing. Yeah, and that's why this is just practice, like on a ball field.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure
out. I don't think we're saying anything out of context. You know what I mean? I believe we are just using our rights to speak. There's so much videos out there, that's like, whoa. And they're just 30 seconds long. And it's like, whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot to absorb. But you know what? These videos for you and I and many others that pay attention, we still have that like, where's the full video? And I want to see it all. Like, what happened? Like, is this just a snippet for us sheep to like be like, oh my God, we're done. You know what I mean? And it's nothing. You know, I just passed by a video, which I've heard this many times before, and I'm pretty sure you did too. But they keep talking about the TikTok going down again. The start of a new year, TikTok, no more TikTok. And it's like, it just makes you wonder, like, what is true here? Because they talked about not having TikTok, I think like maybe 3, 4 years ago. And here we are, still watching TikTok videos. So, it's like other people, they'll put it like prime example. This is how, and no disrespect to the people out there, but this is how stupid some people are. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger dead, and people will post it. Yo, Arnold Schwarzenegger died. Oh, that was a great actor. Meanwhile, it's just fake news. All fake news. We had Woody Harrelson dead. We had Paul McCartney dead at one time. They're all still
Are you
alive,
talking about
walking
like?
around.
Are you talking about clickbait?
Is that what it is?
If
When
someone's lying about, yeah, if they're just like Donald Trump put the finger to the Pope, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
click on it,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
Donald Trump hugging the Pope. It's so stupid.
Well, they got the one where famous people, celebrities, uh, dead at 88. You know what I mean? And they're alive. They're still alive.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
and I
to
see
just to
people.
rewind,
Yeah,
yeah, I just wanted to touch on the TikTok situation
yeah.
because yeah, they have been saying that they're going to get rid of TikTok, rid of TikTok. First of all, the platform generates way too much money for you to just cancel it overnight. It's not going to happen. Um, I really feel like if that were to happen, just my opinion, no, I can't even think of it just disappearing because of the revenue. When it comes to this world and how greedy people are with money, you're not gonna just say no, cut it all off and cut everyone. There's people that make a living on TikTok.
Hold on.
So I don't buy into that.
Now, let me whisper this in your ear. Why is OnlyFans not a problem? Okay.
Well, I mean, you do know why TikTok is a problem
Well,
because it's owned by the Chinese regime.
yes, and fact is, I looked it up, but you have the rogue people over there also. Don't get it twisted. Mainly like teenagers, but supposedly over there, their videos are different than over here. Their algorithm is all about education and knowledge.
Mhm.
Over here it's
Yes.
just like, let me post me farting in my girl's nose or something. Ha ha ha.
That's
And
that's the that's the difference between democracy and dictatorship.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's
So
sad because
the
you ever watch. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Sometimes there are some videos that I can't stand. But you know what? I still like, let me see what he's doing. Let me see what stupid shit he's doing now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it. And yet the guy has like 500,000 followers, 2 million views. It's wild, man. It's just wild. And there's nothing to learn on TikTok other than, how to make up, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? How to play this song, they'll show, I follow a lot of people like that too. Um, how to cook, check this out, guys. I mean, there's nothing worse than those idiots that will spend 30, 40, $50 on food and then they're throwing it in the freaking wash sink. I saw another video where a lady threw it in the salad drawer in the refrigerator. She made this whole pepperoni salad. It was, dude, all the good fixings and all that, everything good, but it was in the refrigerator drawer. And she's mixing this thing up. And I'm like, but why? I just don't get
I
it.
saw that.
Why?
That's it's
And,
stupid.
and,
So
and,
the my here's a good question. Like, what is your objection or what is your argument and why TikTok is bad, why it's good, and what are your thoughts on them actually getting rid of the thing? as far as like the entire platform, because it's not going to go away. It's still going to be
No, no,
accessible in other countries,
no.
but they're trying to ban it here. And I have my opinions on it, but I want to hear yours first. Like, what's your biggest objective? What's good and bad about TikTok, in your opinion?
Well, as I was saying, like the tutorial videos, if you will, they're not bad. I mean, you can either do it on YouTube or,
Be specific.
you know, uh, uh, um, let me see. If there's anything that I love watching on TikTok is legal car races, law enforcement mess ups, if
I
you
remember
will.
that in New York, man.
You know
Yes.
that? Yeah, that doesn't leave me. I love watching bike videos, freestyle videos, uh, up and new and upcoming artists. That's a big, like even Instagram is very big on that. But I love watching all this. But
I
then,
wish we had a platform like this when we were doing
oh,
our thing with,
jeez,
yeah.
what, man? It'd be.
People don't even understand the blessings they have with
I, I,
just being able to
I'll
be
be
online.
at your big house in your own studio podcasting, or you be over at my house in my big studio pod. We would have been living the life, man. But and then like I like the TikTok is very infamous for quick tutorials. Common sense videos. Let me put it like that. Like, let's cook some red rice. We know how to cook red rice already, but you know what? They might have a different technique. They might do something different, but it's interesting to watch. I'm like, oh yeah, I was watching a video just recently on TikTok, ironically, um, and it was a lady who cooked pernil. Oh, the best thing, and she put all it was very unique, I have to say. She put all of the ingredients in a blender, mixed it, and did it in one shot. And I told my wife I didn't really learn nothing new except that she put all the ingredients together. I said, all that stuff you see that she put in that blender, I'm doing it one at a time, moving the beat around and okay, next adobo, next sazon, next this. Well, she did it in one blender. And you know what? I learned something for that. I would like to try that now. Oh, look at this. I have 5 ingredients. Let me put it in this blender. Just mix it up and paste it on there. But then
Okay.
the
Well,
the
and
the the, the
yeah,
huge downside now of TikTok is
that's exactly what I was about to
is the
ask. Yeah.
stupidity of what was the biggest trend, which was dangerous, was the pods. How long will it take before it busts open in your mouth? Like what the hell?
Bro.
And it was a thing. I'm pretty sure if I go on there and just type it in, it'll still come up. Some
Well,
one way
first,
or another.
let's touch base on that for a second. All right. So you're talking about the pods, obviously, like the Tide pods and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Who are the people that actually have that? It definitely is not the majority of how would you say it? Near the poverty line or low class, because first of all, they can't even afford that. Well, you could get that. Excuse me. You can
You
get that at
hit it.
the Dollar General and stuff, but you understand where I'm getting
No,
at with
dude,
this.
you hit it on the button. Okay, you have the higher class, who just have, I guess, they're bored with their lives. They have nothing to do.
Even middle class,
You know.
yes, yes.
Oh, let's start a new trend. You know what I mean? And everything's fun and games, but you know what? Let's just say, let's be fair. They were doing the cheap pods, the ones that just have liquid soap, if you will, just a liquid detergent. And the
Well, hold on,
ones,
hold on. Yeah, 1 second. So, like, what you're saying, I understand, but when it comes to it's the parents that are buying it. It's not the children. They're not
of
going out
course,
to the
yeah,
store
yeah,
and buying it. So I can't see how a middle class or a higher class, and this is speaking for the majority, not all of them, are going to go into Dollar General and buy some cheap. Those things
yeah.
do not wash your dishes well. So you are correct. These people are so bored with their lives because I'm going to tell you right now, if I even touched one of those when I was growing up, well, how tight my mom was with money,
I was gonna
there ain't
say
no
that too.
way. I'm gonna get popped right in the mouth, bro, for even wasting a pod. Forget about me getting sick. My mom is just gonna probably look at me like you're an idiot. Why the hell would you do that? Why would you waste a pod? Not are you okay? Let me take you to the hospital. I mean, I don't have to explain this to you for sure.
Listen, listen. All kidding aside, you are absolutely correct on that. as an adult, when my mom was alive, as an adult living here in Florida, as an adult, you know, I would, when I had my divorce and all that, I was living in a house, I didn't have a washing facility, so I went to my mom's house and, did my clothes. Believe me when I tell you this, she'd call me screaming, "You just finished up my laundry. I had five effing pods left and I only have two. I can only do one load." And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
can you imagine? Because, she does the inventory. Because remember, when pods came out, they weren't cheap. That wasn't a cheap buy. I mean, they're more expensive now, but back in the days, I mean, you was getting like almost 15, 20 pods for like $12. When you think about it, that's 15 pods, okay? 15 pods, that's a possible 15 loads. Me personally, I like to use two. I like the extra wash. You know what I'm saying? So now you got 15 loads into seven and it's 7 loads now. So you're paying $15 or whatever it is now, just for what was it? We saw one. It was like 10 pods, and it was like almost $15. And I'm thinking to myself that's just 2 loads to me. 2 loads. I'm sorry, that's just 5 loads. So now,
If you're using, yeah.
being that you're spending so much money on this, and don't forget, in a lot of stores they lock this stuff up. I'm surprised Walmart doesn't lock their stuff up.
Not
You know,
here.
I have a friend in New York,
Not here.
Angel. Angel, he sent the picture in a bodega. Yo, things were chained up. They were on chains. I kid you not. All the handles they had chains going around it, like going to a pawn shop. You know what I'm saying? And you know how to chain all the bikes together. So if you're gonna take one, you gotta take them all. I kid you not.
It
They were
depends where you're
they were
located.
chained
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
But also don't forget, you gotta say to yourself, like, wow, is it that bad that you can't even afford to wash your clothes anymore. So hey, hey, Victor, go to the store and get me some pods. You know what I mean? Or give me some Tide liquid detergent. Like it's like, dude, it's the economy's bad out there. You know that. You know what I'm saying? But back on the TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing I don't like is uh and Instagram is notorious for it, is the half naked women or the pretty face or the cleavage showing, or you see their heads like real close like this, and in the background you see their hump of their ass. It's like,
Hmm.
why? What?
It's
Why?
intentional.
And my only biggest problem with TikTok is, and you're gonna know where I'm going with this, the little girls, the little pretty boys that are dancing and swaying around, and that's like a whole pedophilia platform, if you ask me, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these pedophiles saying, "Oh my goodness, look at this," you know, and it's gross. It grosses me out. And half of these kids, I don't even think their parents know. I'm almost 100% sure they don't know, because I've heard that at one point when that was a big thing, because you don't see it no more. You don't see a lot of kids on there no more. But they did raise that issue at one time. Too much kids are on here, so I guess parents are now controlling it. I don't know if there's like some sort of what do you call it? Parental, what do you call it when you gotta put in the code? If a kid wants to do video, hey mom, can you put your code in so I can do this video? You know what I mean? Like, they got to get permission now. Parental
Yeah. So
control.
I'm gonna tell
That's
you
what it
as
is.
a I'm gonna tell you as a parent, because you were a parent in a time where we didn't have most of this technology, and you know what I mean, like a small child and stuff. Um, my daughter is gonna be 12 years old.
Uh huh.
I'm going to tell you honestly, even as strict as I am, I'm terrified to look at her cell phone sometimes to check it. I mean, I monitor what she does, but it is terrifying to look at my daughter's phone because, first of all, I don't want to invade her privacy. But at the same time, I have to make sure she's making
You're being
wise
a parent.
decisions, which I'm
It's not
constantly.
invading. You're not invading. Let me correct you on that real
That's
quick.
how I feel, though. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. You can never fight that feeling because you want to teach her to be private. You don't want her to feel like, oh,
Mm,
my life is not private. Then she finds a boyfriend and she doesn't have to be private. You don't want none of that mess. But
yeah.
you're doing the right thing. You're being responsible. You know what I'm saying? It's just being responsible. And even in the teenage life, that's when it's even more crucial. you know.
Oh
But then
God,
how do you
yeah.
go about it? Because then your daughter's gonna get, you know, let's just say, she got a boyfriend and, the guy's sending dick pics or something, it's something he shouldn't be doing. And we're talking when she's like
He's gonna lose
17,
his dick.
you know what I mean? But she'll be,
I'm just kidding. I gotta
but
watch
think
what I
about it.
say.
She'll
Sorry,
be
YouTube.
more private with her phone now. She'll have it at her side 24/7. You won't be able to do that. So now you have
Well,
to,
well,
you
I
just have to
just
wait.
really quick. The reason why I mentioned that is because there are parents that are chicken shit to put their kids in their place, and I know you know that. You
Yep.
see, I know I can't even imagine what you see at the malls. Honestly, I
Oh,
can't imagine it. Because when
listen.
I go to the mall, it's very rare that I go to the mall, but I see these young kids. I'm like, first of all, my daughter would never leave the house like that. You better hide your shit in a like my sister used to. She, I love you, sis, if you're watching, but she used to hide clothes under the stairs in
Yeah.
Bainbridge where we lived
Yep.
and change. She would change.
Yep. Yep.
So for me, as a parent, you're a parent, whoever's a parent, it doesn't matter what kind of where you're located, I guess, with culture. But I can't imagine that it's easy to say, let me check your TikTok, especially if you're not paying attention to your child. It must be terrifying, terrifying. So that is a very bad thing about TikTok and Facebook too, all these live
Like it's
platforms.
okay. And that my thing with TikTok is, you know, in the wrong head, and there are millions of wrong heads here. People need to understand that. And that includes children, that includes adults. Okay? In the wrong head, they may find it interesting. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. Like like the filters. I never understand the face filters. You know, so angelic looking, and then when you take it off, they all pimpled up and stuff. It's like, what the hell, man? And a lot of these videos are like that. They're not even real anymore. And
Bro, I went on probably 3 dates in my entire life off of, dating apps. And the reason why I don't even take it serious anymore is because of that. They put all these filters on top of makeup,
on top of makeup, yep.
on top of makeup. You putting these filters on. So like, what? So here's my thing with the whole deception, and this ties into TikTok and why social media could be bad. Is because, dude, I am sold on the fact of how you look. That is equivalent to me sold on the fact of who you are. If you say like if you're a non-smoker, it's like, okay, I'm cool with that. I don't I used to smoke for many years. Oh my God. I smoked cigarettes, a pack, 2 packs a day for
Yep.
a long time. I do not want to be with anyone that is a smoker. That's my preference. That's my
Okay.
choice. When I go into
Respectfully,
Baskin
yeah.
Robbins, that I don't want to be with a smoker because it smells. I don't like the smell. And not only that, it's unhealthy. I mean, speaking of which, whatever. But I feel like it's equivalent. Like, yo, you're lying. You are publicly lying to everyone when you use these filters and put so much makeup on. What would be the difference of me showing up to your house on a date with a rental that's a Lamborghini, and then you come back to my house and I don't even have any kind of money? It's not fair. It's fake. I don't like that shit. That's one thing I would say I don't like about TikTok. All
Yeah.
these filters. I look at these women and I'm like,
Yep.
they, when they move their face a certain way and then the filter comes off, I'm like, what the fuck? And then they have the nerve to, they do this thing like when they grab their phones and they're like, I'm gonna rate you. Let me know if you want me to rate you. And then this one girl is like, she shows the pictures, she's like, you have a double chin. I'll give you an 8.5. And they're getting paid to do that.
Dude,
They're
and
getting paid to
that's
do that.
that is one of my biggest peeve of TikTok. You know, um, I did goofy videos on TikTok too. Gave it a try, and you'd be surprised. Strangers likes your thing; they're following you now. I didn't mean it for that. I just want you guys, my friends and family, to get a kick out of it. You know what I mean?
That's why I keep
You know,
Facebook.
and
Yes.
and I stopped. I just stopped. I was like, you know, this is like, I don't know, I probably did like 6 or 7 videos or whatever. And I still, to this day, still get somebody liked your video. Now look at it and say, oh my God, I did that like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell? But there's nothing to gain from watching TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And I have it because, I still have those entertaining videos, the cop watch, police brutality, good cops, bad cops, whatever. Politics is on there making fun of something. Um, it's like comedy news, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? They could take something so bad and make a joke about it, and it's funny to me. I say, yeah, I never thought of that. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
so let's we're about to get deep. You ready?
Okay.
All right. I hope you're ready. It's about
OnlyFans? Go
TikTok.
ahead.
What are you talking
You do OnlyFans? I don't want to
I
know
do
about that,
feet
dude.
only.
What are you
I
selling
got
for?
my feet on
I need a
OnlyFans.
toenail, man.
It's
What are you
passive
selling this for?
income. All right, so for real, seriously, TikTok, why it's bad and why the United States government doesn't want it. It's very simple. And YouTube might shut this video down. I don't care. I'm just going to say how it is. You have a Chinese government that is monitoring everybody's movements, where they're at, GPS, pictures of their house, videos of where things are located. If I was a strategist, like a military person that's in charge of a strategy, you can know where a major population is going to be at one time. You will know when someone's in their house and out of their house. You will know where they're driving, where they're going, what
Yep.
they're eating. They're studying our behavior. And now
Yep.
you have AI on top of that, which
Yep.
is making it even more in depth. So, yes, the United States government does not want China to own the platform. But what's really dumb, what people don't understand, are like, oh, TikTok is going somewhere. It ain't going nowhere, first of all. Second of all they're going to do, China is going to sell it. Let's say someone from the United States that has a lot of money. They're just
Hmm.
going to sell it to them and control them. Money controls anyone that
Yes.
is
Money
easily
talks.
corrupted.
Money talks,
It
man.
corrupts. So that's the downside that I see with TikTok. At this point, bro, I just got a TikTok. I didn't have TikTok never. I just got a TikTok last month because I just wanted to Facebook wasn't the place I wanted to vent and entertain people. I found
Yeah.
like, I was on TikTok. I was like, man, this could I can actually
A
entertain
lot of people
people. I'm an
vent on
entertainer.
there.
That's what I do.
A lot of people vent on there, man.
I love entertaining people. I'm an expert in hospitality. That's just what I do. I wrote a book about it. It's published. You can go buy it if you want. Not you, whoever's watching, whatever. Um, but the good thing about TikTok, as you were saying as well, when you have the tutorials and what you can do and can't do, like I'm not gonna say TikTok, but social media in general, like YouTube, I learned how to change my brakes in my car. I learned how to do an oil change in my car because I didn't know how to do it. And I got tired of paying $97. Now it's like $110 because inflation. Oh
No, no, no,
Lord,
no.
I don't even
Don't
want to
forget,
go into that.
it, it's
But
it's it's not an inflation. It's because they use the synthetic oil now, and they sell that. They sell that to you. If you want
Ay.
cheap oil, and the price drops down to like, I don't know, $40. And it's like, whoa, whoa, I'll take the better oil. Let me pay that. But go on, go on.
well, I mean, just when you're not going to get rid of phones. So like people are trying to argue like social media is bad. Social media, bro, there are so many things you can do with your telephone, period. You're not going to get rid of it now. It's too late. The only way you're going to fix this problem, I don't even want to say that because we're on live.
Listen,
But
I will confess. I will confess to that for those that don't believe that. Okay, my wife can tell you, I just need a phone just to make phone calls and go on Facebook. That's it.
bullshit. Nope.
Dude, after I've been with her, we've been together going on 7 years. And in the past 3 years, I became a phone junkie, man. Like I need it, you know? And she knows this. She knows this. And my number one use of my phone though that I'm so proud of is music. I will listen to music every single day at work. I live for it. And if my
Bro,
phone
I
doesn't
see.
work, listen, one time I left my phone home. I was that girl because I couldn't listen to music now. You know what I mean? I was like, what am I gonna do? Oh my God. You know what I mean? I was so desperate that I took my work phone and just put in YouTube, dealt with the commercials and put it, on Bluetooth speaker so while I'm working I could jam. But it wasn't the same. I wanted my title program. You know what I mean? I wanted what I listen to, my folders, put it on. Even my own music is on. Everything's on there, and I live for it. I will
Bro,
tell you that much.
I still have the demo that we made. It's somewhere in this house on a CD it's a 3 song demo.
Yeah.
Anger therapy, just some of the
Yeah, I
other
want that, man.
tracks
I've been
with,
asking you for that, man. I'm grown old. Look, I got a beard and all gray, you know?
I know, I'm sorry. I have a song with Ozzy. We did a song with Ozzy.
Thanks for
And then that
apologizing 2 years later when I wanted it, but okay, I'll take it.
but it my buddy, my buddy in Florida. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. Greg, the member of my band, or his band per se, or his brother's band, whatever. We had a band, and he's like, "Man, I don't have the CD, the songs." I'm like, "What the hell you mean you don't have the songs of the beautiful music you used to play?" But my point to that was
Victor
one
has it.
CD. That's all I had. CD with 3 songs. I would walk Manhattan, especially when I was stressed out and angry, because I was on the street team. I was in Manhattan most of the time, and when I was done, I would just walk up in 14 miles. It didn't matter. Well, not 14 miles, but that's how long Manhattan is. But I would
Yeah.
walk anywhere and listen to that song on and on and on. I can't imagine how much more walking if I would have had a phone like that to play everything. Yo, bro, we can play everything and anything. But I don't want to get off subject with this whole
Yeah, yeah,
TikTok thing.
yeah.
Uh what's gonna happen? I don't know. It'll actually break my heart if they do ban it. There might be a temporary ban, just to scare the owners. Like, hey, I'm serious. This is the United States of America is probably the most generates the most money for TikTok. Is that a fact? I don't know, but I'm just assuming, and I might be right. So I just once again, when it comes to the money, I can't see them cutting it off. And when it comes to the bad thing about TikTok, they are tracking our behavior. They've been doing this since we got a phone. Like in the
Mhm.
Bible when it says, you're gonna have a chip or whatever, and bro, we have chips on our credit cards and our phones. I love the fact that we're being tracked because you can't be set up. No one can frame you. That's what I appreciate. If you
Yep,
you understand what I mean? There
yep.
was an incident that recently happened. I'll share it with you privately. I'll tell you about it because it's very interesting. There was an incident that recently happened a couple of months ago, and um, my location, what I had, because I have cameras in my house and outside of my house as well. So that saved my ass. And like I said, I'll talk to you personally about that. But had I not had that, I would have been under major scrutiny. Major scrutiny. So every time I come to my neighborhood, we lived in a gated community, and it doesn't matter if the gate is open, I still scan my key, my fob, because I want whoever to know that I'm here. Look, I'm very controversial. I know a lot of people. I've done a lot of stupid things. I say a lot of stupid things. I say some stupid shit. So I don't want to be in a situation like I could have been a couple of months ago. So yeah, I do appreciate that. Now, what I don't like about all this technology is like if I'm saying, yo, Henry, man, I need a new XLR or whatever, and then suddenly all these ads start popping up.
I don't
That's
like
a
that.
little too far.
My
That
wife,
you
I'm gonna give you an example. My wife got me, the speaker. I mean the speaker, the mic, because I told her about doing the podcasting and all that. And,
sure.
you know, I never looked it up. She never looked it up. She just went to Guitar Center and bought one. Okay.
And thank
And
you for that,
oh,
Michaela. That was
oh, oh,
awesome. You're
oh,
awesome.
you heard, baby? He said thank you for that. She never looked it
And
up.
she's awesome.
She just went to Guitar Center and hey, my husband wants to do a podcast, blah blah blah, and that was it. That's her talking, her. Now we have a shared account on our phones, okay? She never looked it up, nothing. Now I'm getting ads about other condenser mics. And I'm like, whoa. And it's Victor, today I was talking to her about, I said, look at this, babe. You know, I'm getting ads on, different types of mics now. Like, like it's weird because the word out there right now is that the phones are listening, you know? And ever since this AI thing started happening, I kid you not, man, anything that I do talk about is coming up. And it's funny because I'm looking, at first it didn't hit me at first. And I'm like, oh, I was just talking about this the other day. Oh, yeah, let me look it up, Oh, yeah, it is interesting. Let me go buy it now. You feel me? It's almost like an ad. Like,
It
well, it is
hits
an ad technically, but you know what I mean? But it
and I'm gonna
pushes you
I'm gonna
like,
tell you it was from someone that does marketing. I took a class or a course per se from Billy Jean. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's like this marketing expert. He could be exasperating who he is and how much power he has, but he does have some very knowledgeable information. So when I took his course for marketing, you can target and yo, bro, you can target an ant in the middle of the Sahara Desert, and that motherfucking ant will get a promo.
yeah,
So what's the issue here with all of this? I get about 40 to 50 phone calls a day, bro. I'm not bullshitting you. 40 to 50 phone calls a day that I just have it, blocked automatically through my phone carrier. So when you update your phone, let's say with Apple, it's like update. I'm not gonna read all of that shit. I don't know what the hell you guys are saying, and you know what I mean? Like anytime you buy something or an instruction manual, it's like you expect me to accept this on the spot, but you want me to read all this information saying, hey, if you don't read all of this information, we're gonna fuck you. But guess what? Even if you do read all the information, we're still gonna fuck you because you're gonna accept this or not. So when you're accepting all those cookies that all these sites go, because I'm constantly online if I'm not, on the road. So I have to accept all these cookies because you won't get the information that you need. So it's like it's almost you can become a professor in 3 months if you actually read everything you accept, including the stores, to you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm sure you get
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Um, so it's all policy, right? It's like people hide behind this policy. It's like, hey, you guys are calling my phone 50 times a day, not one particular company. And they're like, well, did you accept the rules of engage, whatever? It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You guys are calling me at 7 o'clock at night, asking me if I'm interested in bullshit that, I was thinking about this today. I'm sorry. I was thinking about this today. I'm like, who the fuck keeps giving my number out? Because what did I get? What was it? It's right here in front of me. It was like shit that I never even heard of. It's just like, why is this person calling me? Like, oh, Leaf Home Bath. They called me today and said, we heard you were interested in a quote to get your bathroom remodeled. When? Why would I ever need that? Did I speak about that by accident? I can't even imagine any time this past month or ever was talking about remodeling my fucking bathroom. What the fuck are you talking about?
Now,
So it's only two things. You want to talk about misinformation? Someone's misinformed, or someone's giving my fucking phone number that's mad at me. And I have a lot of people that's mad at me.
well, that's a possibility. Um, you might have. I hit something. What was it? I hit something one time on accident. And I'm like, oh, well, you kind of put your phone on, you're looking at something, and something opens up. Because you touched it, like,
That's
oh, what
true.
the hell is this?
That's
And
a
you
good
go back
point.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Before you know it, I was getting emails. Like, what? I said, damn, I
It's
hit that by
crazy.
accident. I did not give my information out or anything like that. But yeah, I did. So, obviously you got to open it up and unsubscribe or unscribe or whatever the case is. But in theory, what you're saying, okay, could possibly be that. But you got to remember something. If I went to one site, and we all have done this, and people will understand what I'm about to say. Oh, I could get cheap insurance. Okay, let me go through this company. You know, yo, your phone, the emails keep blowing up. Geico, Allstate, cheaper insurance, and
And
all these
you
people,
know, you
and
know
then you
what?
start getting the phone calls, not even from the one you applied to. It'd be like,
It's
"Hi, this
not
is
fair,
Geico. We see that you want to get cheaper insurance," and I'm like, "Yo, dude, no! Like, what the hell? I didn't
bro.
even apply on your thing."
It's not fair, and let me
Listen,
just show you
our privacy, just so you know, with these phones have been compromised. Nothing's private no more.
absolutely.
Okay,
You know what I do sometimes when I go ahead.
think about this, Victor. Okay, my wife would tell you this. Okay, I I'm OCD. Every day that I wake up, for an example, okay, I'll delete all my phone calls from yesterday. And then it's my first call is always going to be her, or she calls me, and that's the first number that phone will receive on the new morning. Okay, and there was something about my locate that bothered me because it was always on, and I would turn it off.
Mhm.
In the middle of the day, it's on again. I would turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. I gave up. I just said, F it. I'm just going to leave it on. Now, if people don't know this in this video, you're going to know now. Okay. At my job, they get statistics. Okay. And, they're competing with another mall. And, I'm looking at this paper, every time I go to the meeting, every once a month or whatever it is, they have these papers that they give out, and like I don't care about it, but it's more for the mall management because we're a separate entity, just so we understand each other. We're contracted with the mall, but I still go to the staff meeting, if you will. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at this paper, and it says Friday, 30,000 people came into the mall. Saturday, 38,000 people. And, I posed a question. I said, how do they know who comes into the mall? Through your
Oh, Wi-Fi.
location on your
Yeah.
phone. It tracks you and it takes away. So if me and you are going to work right now, hold on, let me say that again. If I'm going to work, it'll track me going into work. Okay. It deletes me because now I've been in the same location for 8 hours. So they register that as me being the worker. Victor comes in at 11
Isn't that
o'clock
crazy?
and you're in there for 40 minutes and you left.
Mhm.
Dude, that's disgusting, man. That's wild.
It's
So
absolutely
your
disgusting.
verification, whatever the issue was that you got out of, believe that people need to believe that we are being tracked by our phones. It's wild, dude, man. It's wild. Like I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, the privacy, we no longer have privacy. We don't.
And you're right, but at the same time, as I was saying earlier, there's pros and cons to it. There was a father, the daughter was able to locate him because he fell in a bike path. I forget exactly where it's at, but he fell in a bike path. It was a big thing on the news, and he almost died. He would have died had he not had this on. Okay.
Oh
Uh
yeah, 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 yeah.
okay, now you have the bless her soul, what's her name? The Riley, Lake and Riley. They wouldn't have known. She would have been lying there until someone smelled her if it wasn't for GPS tracking her. When I'm door dashing, I have my mom tethered to the DoorDash app so she
Yeah.
sees where I'm at. So there's good things and there's bad things, but I will say one thing. What I was going to say earlier when I almost interrupted you. I give the finger to the camera sometimes because I know someone's watching. It's not a mystery. It's not like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. It has nothing to do with that. We are being tracked and watched.
Listen,
How far is it going to
listen,
go? It's going to go as far as them saying, "Hey, did you wipe your butt when you used the bathroom?" What?
li-
You know what I mean?
listen. You said conspiracy. I will have to correct you on this one, okay?
Oh boy.
Um, Many years ago when I think it was the Xbox, right? They came with the motion thing, and the Wii came with the motion thing, and PlayStation came
Oh,
with the motion thing, you know.
I forgot about
That
that.
was
Yeah.
a conspiracy, and look at what we're going through now. That was not a they were saying, remember, they were saying, oh, it is believed that the government is watching you, they're watching your every move. Hey, right now my Alexa is listening to this whole conversation, and somebody's like, let's look this up, guys, we need to ban this. It's wild. It's just like the fact checkers on Facebook. Like, who the hell are you, dude? What, why are you there? Because if you ever look at fact checkers, it's all sorts of people. You,
Mhm.
me, everybody. And there's no government officials on there. At least that's what the picture shows. I mean, that's
No,
what we're led to
the
believe.
CIA has everything to do with that. The CIA, I'll say it again, YouTube, has everything to do with that shit. They have people in there. They, if you go on my TikTok right now, and I'm not saying the CIA, I'm under investigation or anything, but when it comes to like all these just like these fake accounts, whatever, because that's what I'm referring to when I say the CIA.
Yeah.
You go on TikTok right now, go to my channel, click on one of my videos that's controversial. You have people saying I should be deleted off Earth. You have people saying I should go fuck myself or whatever the case is. But if I dare say, what kind of stupidity are you under? They immediately take that shit down. I take screenshots every single time. I'm gonna do a video
I've seen
soon
them. I've
to
seen
show
them
you
when you
a
put it up.
list of fucking. It's like, yo, you guys are telling me to go kill myself. Yeah, I can't just call you a dumb person and they flag me. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Hey, look,
That's
look.
you want to
y-
talk about suspicious?
Remember when I told you, my wife did her first two videos, her only two videos on TikTok, singing a song and, smoking her blunt and letting the smoke come out. Like, it looked really freaking cool. Like, it was black and white. I really liked it. Boom, banned her. But yet I could watch a video on TikTok on how fast Snoop Dogg can roll a joint. That's fine. I mean, that's
Or
perfectly fine.
Snoop Dogg holding Donald Trump's head or
Yeah,
shooting him in the
like
head. And then
that's
you had
that's
Kathy
okay.
Griffin holding his head. And then you
Dude,
have, the shows like Ben Shapiro, which I respect, but I don't like the fact that he's able to go on YouTube and speak about whatever he wants. But if someone else mentions something, even in the comment section, they get striked.
hey,
Well,
listen. Listen,
obviously,
if you're not Ben
dude,
Shapiro, if you're not Morgan, if you're not all these big names, Joe Rogan, anybody, okay, you can talk about the same stuff your
whatever
way,
you want,
how you think about it, and you
full
get shunned.
impunity,
You get put off. And it's like, wow,
full
how
impunity.
come he could say it, but I can't? You know? You know, he said ass. All I did was say butt or buttocks, and it was an issue. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. I was a little cleaner than that, you know? And it's bad because again, there's no freedom of speech. We everybody knows that. You cannot voice an opinion. Okay. I remark a friend of mine's put up a video, and I know you've seen this video. It's a man dressed as a woman wanting to use the girl's bathroom, and the mother said, "No, you're not going in there. My daughter's using it. You can wait. You're a man. Go in there. Blah 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 blah."
Absolutely.
So all I wrote was, I would have beat his ass if he would have just gave me a hard time, because he gave the lady a
Bullying
hard
and
time.
harassment.
Wow, did I get the notification, the little 3-day suspension? And I was like, what? So we could show
Yo,
this
when
video, anger people, because that's what it's natural. It's natural for you and I to get pissed off about that. It's natural, but it's not okay to just comment. I would have, if I was in that situation, because if that was me videoing you, and you was in that situation and you gave the guy a beat down, and if I put like, yeah, he deserved that, 3-day suspension. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
But you could
Yeah.
post the video though.
did you real? Oh, I'm sure you have, but on YouTube, you cannot you can like a comment and see how many people like it, but they took away the dislike. You cannot see the dislike and how many people dislike it, and that literally happened. You could quote me on this and take it to the grave when Biden was running for president because everybody was disliking his comments, his speeches, and YouTube was just like, or whoever is in charge, which I think is the CIA, was like, oh no, we can't have that. If he won the popular vote, but if he won the popular vote, how are so many people disliking what he's saying on YouTube? So now it's gone. You go to any YouTube channel, any video, dislike it. You're not going to see how many people dislike it. I think when you talk about free speech and a free country, whatever, that's where the United States of America, this business that we call a country, lost me. I was just like, when I saw that, I was just like, freedom of speech is done. And then when Biden was running for president and I was talking all my shit on Facebook, bro, I got banned for 30 days, 10 days. It was just like
I
nonstop
remember
banning.
that. I
I
remember
had
that.
to delete my motherfucking Facebook and start a whole new one, and they were still banning me. And for what? Just for speaking out against the president? Bro, this is not a dictatorship. Well, or is it? Because that's what dictators do. They go down the line and say, "Hey, YouTube, yo, what's up, bro? Yo, you're gonna keep allowing these people to talk shit about my boy in office? Oh no, you want to get, you know what I mean? Like, you want to talk about a mafia when Trump is talking about a deep state? That's what the fuck he's talking about. Do I agree with Trump 100%? Absolutely not. But when he's talking about the deep state and all this stuff like TikTok, which mainly what we're talking about, yes, it can totally influence people to be dumb as hell. So, kids eating Tide Pods or whatever on the internet, that should be banned. But if I say you're a poopy face, they'll be like, oh, you're bullying, harassing.
Yep.
If there's a man trying to act like a woman on the screen and I say, what's up, dude? Bullying and harassing. If I say dude as in a general statement, it's bullying and harassing.
I'll tell you. I tell you what's interesting about TikTok. And you see it mostly on TikTok. When you have the people who like to talk about the he, they, them, and all that stuff. Whatever. As soon as that all it takes is one person, and I read them all. Okay, you have the one person. You have comments like, yeah, well, I rather keep and stay to my beliefs, but I'm a guy or I'm a woman or whatever. And then you'll have the one guy, no likes on none of that. You know what I mean? Maybe one or two comments. Then you'll have the one person like, oh, if you castrate a male dog, it doesn't make it a female dog. It's still a male dog. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
you'll have like 150 answers, and you got to hit that, and you see all the hate. Like, oh no, this is one's choice, and it's their right to believe if they identify. And I'm like, whoa, god damn. But that's okay to do that, you see? And they leave it out there
I
because
I
I'm telling you right
personally,
now,
yeah,
I am waiting for a president who's gonna come into the seat and be like, okay, guys, I identify as a woman, so I am the first female president. You know what I'm saying? And you know what?
would it shock me?
Okay, I'm glad because everybody's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be hunky dory because it's gonna
Not
be all right.
everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
It's
everybody.
it's just crazy. Dude, it's
You
TikTok
know, when you were talking,
is a bad platform, but it's also comedic at the same time. It's entertaining to me. You know what I mean? It's very entertaining. Just like the post, the few things that you put up. With the turkey and all of this, and all the backlash that you got from it. I was like, damn, I thought it was funny. It was funny. Haha. But no, there's always that one nerve that you hurt. And all it takes, Victor, and everybody listening, is one person to make that difference in your life, to just report you, get you in trouble. SWAT is coming through your windows. Like, I mean, it just takes one person. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
it's
And it's just a report. And that's the one thing that they do. Facebook is notorious for that. One person reports and you're banned, for a couple, you're being punished, if you will, for freedom of speech. But TikTok is just it's there's more negative than positive, unfortunately. There's nothing positive about it anymore. You know, the very few people that I follow are the positive people. You know what I'm saying? But then
Well, the way
as
I
you're
the
scrolling, you come through all the negativity, with the pods and all, all the stupid things that
well
people.
the yeah the what I wanted to say is it's mainly passive aggression. People are being passive aggressive on these platforms when they comment on things. It's not that, and this is why I don't take anything to offense when they start talking their shit. I don't take offense because I see someone that is sad, miserable, someone that dislikes their life, because you're not going to just jump on a platform, see something, and say, I'm a happy person, but I'm going to be evil and mean towards you.
Yep.
You're not being mean towards me. I'm looking at you like, what the hell happened to you in your life? How can you possibly be so upset that I said, what was the latest thing I was talking about? Oh, tipping. So people are like
I saw that. I
so
saw that.
arrogantly so arrogant, just talking to me like they know me and like they're just like lashing out and being so hateful. Oh my God. I mean, fucking hateful. When I was talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson, they're being so hateful. Like he's going to pick the phone up and call you and say happy birthday or Merry Christmas to you. If anything, you're closer to me than you are to him. And you're being
Yep.
hateful towards me for my opinion. Do I care? No, because like I just said, these people are angry and they have the right to be. They're in the United States of America. They were sold the dream like, hey, go to school, do good, do all of this, get your bachelor's or your all of this, and you're gonna be set. They've been fucking lied to. And we're still in a situation where my daughter is being lied to. Her grandparents are like, yeah, you got to go to college and all that. And I tell my daughter, you do what you want. I brought you into this world. You do whatever you want as long as it's moral, respectful, yada yada yada. But don't think that you have to do all these things. You're forced to with a gun and a badge, because if I don't send my daughter to school, guess who comes knocking at the door?
Yep.
Social services. If I don't cooperate, guess I tell my daughter this 100%. If I don't cooperate, you know who comes after? A man with a badge and a gun. That's how they
Yep.
control people. This is not a fucking democracy. There is no freedom of speech or freedom to do whatever you want. Because if it was, I'll say, you know what? Get the fuck off my doorstep. Why are you bothering me? Well, your daughter needs an education. What kind of education? She has to go
What
to
kind, right?
school.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what if I don't want to send her to school? I don't feel comfortable. You guys don't even protect the school. It doesn't matter. You either do what I say, or else we're gonna get a cop here with a gun to tell you what to do. It's fucking insane, dude. And the biggest problem is that everyone falls in line. Why are we all falling in line? Why?
Yep.
Okay, two cops come to the door. We have a whole fucking neighborhood. Like, why are you all falling in line? And
And,
that's the problem. People are scared. They're so comfortable. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, if I find out that the world isn't what it is when NASA says my Netflix shows are going to be disappeared." It's like everyone is so focused on the wrong thing. So when it does come to this TikTok thing, and we have to wrap this up soon, I don't want to bore people, but yeah, when it comes to the whole TikTok situation, it what if they just start saying, hey, you know what, let's start knocking on people's doors that their house is a mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, there, it looks like there's the dog is in danger, let's go kick their door.
yep.
Yo, I don't even know how deep that can go, but TikTok at this point, and my whole entire point, it's for the worst at this. There's nothing we can do to
It's just
control that.
getting worse.
It
I
is
mean,
for the worst.
even Instagram is getting to that point. Like they have I hate to say it, I don't follow it. I just come across it and I do watch them because a lot of it is derived from New York. But they have the thing called hood clips. You just see some wild stuff, like real it's real stuff, but they still show there's nothing crazy about it. And of course, to watch the video, some violent content, hit it. Of course, we're gonna hit it because I want to watch it now. You know what I mean? But you
Sure.
know, as far as TikTok, it's just out there. It's just there to watch. If you remember a few years back, and I know you're gonna remember this. I would like to say 4 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. Um, Facebook was notorious for the world star. Okay,
Hmm.
and people getting beat downs, and I would look at the comments and like, yo, why are you showing this video? This is not healthy. My kids have Facebook. Oh, well, what kind of Facebook does your kid have? Because you can control that. But anywho, and before you know it, gone. You don't see it no more. You might see it on other platforms. TikTok has them. Instagram has them. You know what I mean? You can see it out there. They're still out there. You know, but I just don't understand why is it TikTok is free to roam, but we're not free to speak, and it's okay to have this. And
It's
we're on the
conformity.
we're on the second time that in 2025 we're getting rid of TikTok. I said, yeah, you said
It's
that
all
like
conformity, bro.
you said like
It's
3 4 years ago.
conformity.
You said that. We're still running it. You know what I mean?
How do
Um,
you control nation? You're on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I try to make a comment, and they're like, "Well, your comment is too aggressive. You might want to tone it down." So what does that do eventually after, let's say, 10, 20 years? If they continue this behavior, we're going to have a society that's conformed to where, in Virginia Beach, they used to have signs where there was no cursing. And if the cop wanted to, he'll give you a ticket or take you off to jail or find a reason to take you to
imagine
jail.
that.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, like it literally had signs, no cursing. You
Like
could
when you go
not
to a
curse on that
store.
boardwalk. On the
Oh,
whole entire strip, bro.
wow.
On the entire strip, it had no cursing signs all down the strip. Now, mix that with dozens of bars and nightclubs when you're walking outside, and then they get you for drunk in
You have those
public.
undercovers in the
Duh, I
bar
just
too.
left the bar.
You
It's all
have that
conformity.
you have that undercover cop who's a female dressed all hoish like, and talking to a guy and all he says, I want to fuck you. Yo, you're arrested. You know what I mean? It's like,
For
what the
sexual
hell, man? That's
harassment.
wild,
That is
man.
sexual harassment, actually.
No, but I'm just
Um,
saying,
No, but that's a real thing. Anybody who's
it's
anybody who's
wild.
gonna watch this, yeah, they're anyone who's watching this that knows me and from Virginia or lives in Virginia Beach, whatever. You knew that there were signs all over the fucking place that said no cursing, and the cops can use that to their discretion. So it's like that. It's sort of like that spaghetti line, with the hurricanes that we were talking about yesterday. It's like they can just say, "Oh yeah, you see, I told you it's going to South Carolina. Of course, it could go fucking anywhere."
No,
So
no,
the cops,
I tell you something. You want to hear something crazy about that? That is 100% absolutely believable. And I'll tell you why. The other day, I read an article where in California, there was a certain strip that let's say, from 12 to 5 in the morning, you couldn't be gay and walk down that strip. I'm not making this up, dude. I'm not making this up,
no,
man,
I believe
because
it. I believe
they
it.
they finally got the approval to take down those signs. So LGBTQ, they were out there doing their thing, and for the first time, I was like, damn, that's messed up. You know, I mean, they were saying that people will go there, pick up people, hang out or do whatever. And I'm saying to myself, damn, you can't even look, man. If you want to be gay, be gay. Whatever. I don't care. I got gay people in my family. I love them to death, regardless. Okay, but you're telling me that if I went, with my family member to California, oh, dude, we better not go down this strip. Look at the sign. Yo, what the? Are you serious? It's a
That's
street with
crazy.
bars, with clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Insanity.
Like, and what it was a pickup spot. Like so, they go down there and pick up. Hey, dude, come on, let's go to my house and have some fun. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a type of thing that don't curse. Yeah, why not? Why not? But once again,
Well, did
you know how I feel about
well,
the United States, man. The states, they should be called border states. United of border
one
states.
hundred percent,
Everybody
one
has their
hundred
own
thousand
rules.
percent.
They just have their own rules. That's all. That's
So
all it is.
and this is it. Here it is. Because we got to end this
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah,
So let's end it with this. The way I see it, okay? I don't care if you're gay, if you want to be a fucking melon or hug a tree or marry a tree at that. I don't care what anyone wants to do. But when you're living in a society, let's say if you move into, let's say, Pennsylvania, whatever, so just some city, and
yeah,
the city has residents that are native that's been living there for hundreds of years at this point, and they have the city designed to how they want it to be. It's not about dictatorship. It's just like, I want these beaches clean. I don't want people littering. So what do? You put up
yeah.
a sign, fight for
Naturally,
office, and you
yeah,
say, hey,
absolutely.
anyone who fucking litters here, you're gonna get fined $500. Period. We're not going to allow it. Same thing with the Virginia Beach. It's one of the first of all, it's I believe it's one of the biggest, longest beaches as a stretch in the boardwalk in the world. I think it's top 10. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's top 10 in the world. So yes, if there's residents there that are paying their taxes, paying for the police to be there because they're all in shape, you ain't gonna catch no fat cop in Virginia Beach. I tell you, right? At least on the strip when I was there, these guys are fucking in shape. They couldn't even smoke cigarettes. That's a whole other story because we used
Wow,
to, dude. Yeah,
that's
the system was corrupt. Yeah, you can't smoke cigarettes. So, you have area where they're just like, I don't want this shit here. Just like, in Williamsburg, there's certain things where you'll see where it's just like, it's obvious they don't want a certain type of people here. And when I say a certain type of people, it don't matter what fucking color skin you have. Because I've been in all these neighborhoods door dashing and they're black, white, Hispanic, whatever. They don't want people that when I go into the inner cities or to the low income neighborhoods, they don't even take care of it. They just throw shit all over the place. They don't give a fuck, dude. And you know what? I 100% agree with civilization. If you want to be a fucking pig, go live in that shit somewhere else. Don't fucking do it in a city where people are trying to be civil, paying extra taxes. Yes, it's expensive to live here, and that's for a reason because we want that cleanliness. We want that safety. If you want to be a fucking dirtbag, it doesn't matter even if you're an illegal immigrant in this country. Respect what the fuck we have going on here or get the
yep.
fuck out. And I'm not a person to stand back and say, I'm going to call the cops. Yeah, I'll call the cops when it's necessary. But motherfucker, if I have to lift up arms to protect what we have, I will. That's America. And that's the
Yeah,
America that people are missing.
yep.
How do you feel about
I
that?
could not agree with that anymore, man. It's just bad, dude. The system's corrupt. You know, we're going nowhere. If anything, we're going backwards again. You know what I mean? Like, during our time, we grew, we got better, and now it's like we're just at a level that has been going on for the past couple of years already, man. Like it's like we're almost stuck into the next venture, the next TikTok. The let's not forget TikTok is notorious. The new trend. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
What's
New
next?
trend? What is
Sure.
this? The new dance, which is pretty cool, but it's kind of quirky or whatever. But some of these trends, I can't think off the top of my head because I know we got to end soon. But I can't remember what the new trend was, but it was stupid. And I'm like, yeah,
Well,
somebody's gonna.
the newest trend that I literally just saw was the Donald Trump dance. I think it's cringe as fuck. I mean, come on, dude. That look, he's an old man. He dances the way he does. I appreciate it because he's just living his life, bro. He ain't got that
Yeah,
much time to go. He's just like, doing the dance or whatever. Who gives a fuck? But then, like, when people start copying it, it's just like, dude, it is so
it's
fucking
it's
cringe.
funny. It's fun, and everybody does it.
And look, hey, that's their choice. I don't care. I'm not saying, oh, I hate them. I'm just saying it's cringe, like licorice candy. I don't fucking like it.
Hey, look,
That's
real
my
quick,
opinion.
man. I do remember one new trend, and it wasn't a dance. It was like how to flip your girl or whatever a certain way, and you see heads on the floor
Oh,
breaking
I can
walls.
imagine.
And I'm like, yeah, that's what you get for following that idiot. You know what I mean? Those people there, they could be acrobats for all we know. They could be ballet dancers. You don't know what, if you and I come out, hey man, let's do this new trend, but we know how to do it. You get the idiots who think they know how to do it and they get hurt. The reality is you
And
get
and you know what? That's perfectly fine. It will be not perfectly fine if they do some like Eminem shit when Eminem came out with his album. It's like, my son listened to your album and now I'm gonna sue you because he did something. So it would be fucked up if they do bust their head open and they're like, well, TikTok made me do it. I'm gonna sue TikTok. It's just like, come on. And and I could do the research. I don't want to, but I can do the research and I can guarantee you there's been lawsuits against TikTok because of a trend that they try to follow and it didn't work out in their
I was
way.
just about to tell
Because
you that if there's anything I haven't really heard, is TikTok ever getting sued? What happens is
I'm
they
sure
probably
there's a
take the
fucking
video down. They
something.
probably ban it. You know what I'm saying? They
And
probably,
settle
huh?
and settle
Oh
and
yeah, without
settle.
doubt, of
Like, here's
course,
10
yeah.
grand, shut the
Hey,
fuck
look, man,
up.
we
Yeah.
won't give you 1 million, but we'll give you 100,000. And you know what? People will
Who
take
ain't
it.
gonna take that? I'll take it.
I'll take it.
You fucking kidding me?
Shit, I'll
Shit.
take that in a
All
heartbeat,
right.
dude.
So look, man, I appreciated this. We're gonna do this. Whoever's watching, we're gonna do this a lot more often. I enjoyed this segment today. It wasn't much, but we're getting started, and I don't know how you feel about it.
I love it, man. This is the beginning of hate.
Yeah. So what we'll do, because it's all rough draft. So we'll keep it at about an hour. Where are we at now? I can't see like the actual
Hold on,
time.
I got it. I got it on my phone. I don't know if they'll put it.
Yeah, it
It
won't show
doesn't
me the
give you.
time.
It doesn't give you
Well,
the.
it says started. The live stream started 1 hour ago. That's what it says. So I would like to keep it at that, but I also want to have strong points. So if we ever have more to go, then that's just what it is.
Dude, there's so much more to go. We'll be here for like another hour. It goes on. You know, the point of this is just to people with open minds to listen. You know, they could agree to disagree. They could disagree to agree. It doesn't matter to me, but it's out there. I mean, there's so much to talk about what's out there because there are very few people that will touch. I believe there's going to be probably very few people that would touch the subjects that we touch. Now, we're touching subjects, that might have been talked about, but, not as to the point. You could have, okay, it's going to get nighttime in about 1 hour. And they'll do a whole 3 hour segment falling into nighttime and just talk about nighttime and the stars. You know what I mean? Like, you could do videos like that. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not interested in that. Okay, night falls. Okay, thank you. Bye. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot, that I want to go over. I'm gonna start making up my list. I'll shoot the ideas to you. But I think what's important too, like I said, I think you have it on your end where you can do it is kind of like post up the little video. Oh, check out this video. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes videos alone, you know, if it's really not talked about, people are not going to understand it.
I
They'll be like,
understand
"Oh my
exactly what
God,"
you mean.
like,
Yeah.
What is this? We can't have this."
Well,
Well, it's
let's
okay to have
also
it.
let's on the next podcast that we're gonna do. Let's invite some people.
Okay, I'm down for that. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
well,
down for that.
it'll be live, just like we're doing now. We'll invite some people to come into the live stream and have conversations because it is important to talk. Charlie Kirk, he said it very clearly, and I couldn't agree with him more. I disagree with him on some things, but this one thing I did agree on, and I probably mentioned it yesterday. But when you stop talking, that's what starts civil war. You have to keep the conversations going. We have to understand, like some of the people in my comment section in TikTok, like I just want to understand, like, what would make you think that I hate door dashing. I never said I hate door dashing. I just said if you're gonna order a $35 meal, it doesn't hurt to tip an extra dollar. One fucking dollar. That's it. Who gives a fuck?
What was you got? 10 cents or something like that?
I
What?
think it was the lowest tip I got was 10 or 20 cents or some shit like
Yeah, yeah.
that.
You said it in the video. I was
And
laughing.
that's insulting. It's insulting. You know, like, yeah, it's funny for sure. I laughed at I
Oh,
probably
dude, it
with
is
my
very
personality,
insulting.
I
Like you must
fucking
have looked at it
insulting.
like what the hell is this? You know,
And I started laughing. And I was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, they do have Door Dashers that you can see. You can look it up on YouTube or whatever, where they go back to the house, take the food, and either stomp on it, throw it across the street, take the food back. Because they're like, dude, I drove all this way, and you think you're for the idiot, if you ever see this, that said, you're complaining about your job. Like they're doing a kind courtesy. How is it a fucking bitch? I'm providing a courtesy. I'm going outside using my
yep,
car with my gas to bring me food. And yes, it's all a risk and it's fine. Look, I understand there's certain people that are on their last dime, but it happens a little too often is what I'm trying to bring the
yeah,
point up. And
yeah,
I want them to see this video or the video that I put up so they understand, like, dude, we are risking our lives as well, bro. I live in the boondocks in the sticks in Williamsburg. Not anymore, but like I go out to
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
boondocks and the sticks. And I have to always carry my firearm, which is interesting because I can't even imagine going back to New York City without holstering. And I
Yeah.
can't believe I went all those years without holstering because now if I leave my house, bitch, I feel naked if my shit ain't on me.
Oh, I
So,
forgot something. I gotta
we
go
have
back.
to yeah, exactly. We have to realize like, when we are in a day and age of TikTok where you could just order three things through your phone or even work with your phone. Cause that's what I wanted to mention to you earlier. When you were talking about phones and stuff, it's just like, yeah, I need my phone to work. There's no fucking way I can do it unless they're sending smoke signals, which is stupid. But anyway, Henry, bro, I always enjoy talking with you, and I hope we get some more people on here, which we
Oh,
will.
dude, listen, just so
Yeah,
you know, I got a friend that's pretty knowledgeable. He's good. I got another guy that's all into the AI technology. Like we could
invite
get
them,
good insight from him for sure.
invite
He's
them.
into
Yes,
technology. He's into science and all that. It'd be interesting. Like sometimes we start talking and he gets way too deep for me. And the thing is, I'm at work and I'm like, we gotta go to a bar and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like let's hang out or something. But then he wanted to move into Pennsylvania or whatever. But I got a few people that I could, yeah, let me bring this guy in. So I'm gonna get
yeah.
cracking at that as soon as we're done. What time is it? What's that? 8 o'clock?
I don't even know. 8:59, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I could
I
call him
have
up
some
because
actual
I mentioned it to him, and he was like, "Well, is it on call or is it a video?" I said, "Well, if you have a camera and all that, you know what I mean. That's a
Zoom. Yeah,
start. Then we could do a dry run. Make sure we get on, and then we'll get on. And the other guy, trust me, the other guy knows. He knows, and he's into music too. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's done his own. Actually, no, I believe he plays. I never got to know him well because he wound up leaving like early. Just when I was like warming up to him, he left. You know what I'm saying? But he
Mhm.
knew I was into music and all that. I do believe he plays. I can't remember what it was. I would like to say it was guitar or something like that. But he was DJ. He's a DJ also. And that's how I met him. But definitely, I got a few people that we can bring on without a doubt. I just gotta give them a call.
Yeah, I have some interesting folks too, some celebrities that you'll be surprised. But when that time comes, be we got a long way to go. We got a long journey,
Yeah,
and I can't wait. But the time will come. We'll have some nobodies, somebodies, everybody's. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a trans, gay, straight, waving fucking flag, straight. I don't care. I want anyone that wants to speak their mind. I believe
yeah.
in freedom of speech,
Oh,
freedom of
trust
thought,
me, one guy, huh?
freedom of
we
thought,
we get
dude.
into
Just saying.
conversations like me and you, man. You and I. I know he'll be interesting, but we got to get them on board because the sooner the better. Because you got to remember, they have their platform of friends. You know what I'm saying? And of
Sure.
course, they're gonna share it. You know what I mean? And that's where it begins. It's got to begin small. You know, before you know it, it's 50 people, 100, 200, three, so on and so on. But we got to get hard topics and like shoot at it. Just go hardcore.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Any last words
I love
before
you,
the
bro.
curtains close? I love you
Thanks for
too,
this.
bro. Shit.
I love you. Thanks for
Yeah,
this.
and
Let's do it, man. I've never been, this is new to me. So I'm psyched. You
it's
know,
new to me too, as
I've
far as
always
going
told my
live.
wife
Yeah.
that I want to do tutorials on mixing and podcasting. I didn't know how. This is a good step into it because now I have an idea.
There you go.
And I can start doing hey, this is
Absolutely.
how you take two songs and make your own song using four plotters. This is what you do. You know what I mean? Just go step by step,
And you know what's crazy, Henry? Let me interrupt you. What's crazy about that? There are people right now waiting for you to do it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
There are people right now waiting to hear us. They just
Yep,
have to find us and we have to find them. So our reach will go.
definitely. My idea is to show that you could create your own song using somebody else's song. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? I have that capability of doing that. You know, taking like a phrase, even words. I've taken. My wife finds it incredible. I'll take a phrase like in the song and change it and make it turn it into a sound, like using filters and all that. Just like, oh, check this out. I'm hooked on this. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, man, I appreciate this opportunity. It's waking me up. And like I said, I'm starting to play more. You're interested in a song. I'm gonna get cracking on that. I wanted to get cracking on it today, but I went to work and I came home. I ate, and you know what
Yeah.
happens. You take that little nap.
Yeah.
you know. But definitely next
Wait,
time.
the yeah, I was gonna say the way I see it, we're at halftime in our lives. We're at halftime, bro.
Yep.
Let's enjoy the rest of it. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. I love it. But yo, until next time, man. Shoot me a text when you want to do it, man. You know, my wife is very adamant. Did you call Victor? Did you do this? Did you do that? You're going on tonight. What's happening? You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, let me shoot you a text, and because I tell you work. Yeah, sometimes you're out late, but if it's once a week, then it's once a week. Just got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, I would rather just be consistent, just every day if we can, if possible. It
Dude,
doesn't matter
whatever.
because
You
all
see,
it's gonna do, it's gonna build what we need.
and that's good to know. See, now I know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a type of person at my age, um, consistency with the schedule in my head. Like you said, every day. Now I
Mhm.
know, okay, so tomorrow he might be shooting me a text. I got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're going to go on in 30 minutes so I can fire up and get everything going. You know what I'm saying? But, like, if you're like, yeah, I don't know when's the next time, you know what I mean? I'm just going to go
That's
about my
not gonna
day.
work. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
it's
gonna
not
go
gonna
about
work.
my day, and then I'm coming home at 6:30, getting ready to eat my grub. I'm like, oh my God, Victor just texted me. I gotta eat fast.
And and you got to think about this too. Like I have the marketing skills to make this happen, and it's not like I have a magic wand. It's just
Yeah.
something I've been doing my entire life. So if you look at my TikTok, it's only 1 month old, and it surpassed people that fucking have been on there for years, years.
Mhm.
And that's not to say, oh, toot my horn. It's just I know what the fuck I'm doing, and
That's
it's
because
just
people
all
watch.
about consistency.
They don't have
People
to.
just want to see.
Yeah, they don't have to respond. They don't have to follow or whatever. But I guarantee you, these are the same people that check out this dude, man. He's wild. And that other person's like, oh, I like this. Who is he? Oh, let me check him out further. You know what I mean? And then they follow.
Henry, we have a lot of wisdom, bro. We can
Yeah.
offer society a lot of things, thoughts, ways to think, etc. So,
Yep.
all right,
All right,
let's
dude.
wrap it up, dog.
You have a good night,
Make
brother.
sure you watch this. Yeah, make sure you watch it
Oh, I
over
am.
so because I'm gonna do it too. I wanted to see.
The quirks.
It was a pleasure, dude. Yeah, I love you to
Definitely.
death, dude. Tell Michaela, give Michaela a hug, and I will see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Sounds